Right. Okay. Hare Krishna.
Krishna.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Saraswati Vyasam Tato Jayam Udiravam Nashtaprayeshu Bhadreshu Nityam Bhavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Nishtuti Shrivataya Chakshurumekam Yena Tasvai Shri Gurudeva Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kada Mahyam Dudati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Takadakamanam Shri Guru Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatham Vitam Tam Sajeevam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Deva Shri Radha Krishna Pada Sahaganamanta Shri Vishnu Padmascha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deva Bandhu Jagat Pate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namaskya Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hare Priye Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripasindhubhya eva cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhaktavrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Vistani Prabhupada Shri Girirajaya Sri Sivattarana Sri Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Vistani Prabhupada Shri Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pacharuni Nirvishesha Shri Mukham Karoti Vachalam Pamhune Vidharati Girim Shri Guru Divi. So we are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 3, Text 36. Savaidam Vishwamokhaminaha Srijatyavatyakina Sajjatesmin Muteshu Chantarhitatmatantraha Shadvarikam Jigrati Shadguleshaha. The Lord, whose activities are always spotless, is the master of the six senses and is fully omnipotent with six opulences. He creates the manifested universes, maintains them, and annihilates them without being in the least affected. He is within every living being and is always independent. So this chapter title is Krishna, the source of all incarnations. So a whole series of different incarnations are described. Then came to Virat Rupa, the universal form. And then the point was made that this is not an incarnation. It's an imaginary form of the Lord. And the Supreme Lord is entered into this matter, is activating matter. And so this form exists in relationship to the jivas. So some discussion happened about the jivas. So, and even the incarnations who appear in this material world, they appear for the sake of the jiva, because the Supreme Lord has nothing to do with the material world. So he comes in the material because of the jiva, because of all of us. Otherwise, he has no business here. So this whole discussion happened, and now comes this last, it's concluding now, this section. So the prime difference between the Lord and the living entities is that the Lord is the creator, and the living entities are the created. Here he is called the Amogalilaha, which indicates that there is nothing lamentable in his creation. Those who create disturbance in his creation are themselves disturbed. He is transcendental to all material afflictions because he's full with all six opulences, namely wealth, power, fame, beauty, knowledge, and renunciation. And thus he's the master of the senses. He creates these manifested universes in order to reclaim the living beings who are within them suffering threefold miseries, maintains them, and in due course annihilates them without being the least affected by such actions. He's connected with this material creation very superficially, as one smells odor without being connected with the odorous article. Non-godly elements, therefore, can never approach him despite all endeavors. Is this clear? This purport, is it clear? Ashwini? Ashwini, you're there?
Yeah, Mataji. Yeah, clear.
So it's clear, we can move on. Ushaji? Is it clear? All right, we can move on.
Yeah.
All right. Text 37. Nachasya kasche nipunena dhatu avaiti jantu kumanishantihi namani rupani manovachobhi santanvaton nattacharyam ivagya. The foolish with a poor fund of knowledge cannot know the transcendental nature of the forms, names, and activities of the Lord, who is playing like an actor in a drama. Nor can they express such things neither in their speculations nor in their words. Purport. Describe the transcendental nature of the absolute truth. Therefore, it is said that he is beyond the expression of mind and speech. And yet there are some men with a poor fund of knowledge who desire to understand the absolute truth by imperfect mental speculation and faulty description of his activities. To the layman, his activities, appearance and disappearance, his names, his forms, his paraphernalia, his personalities, and all things in relation with him are mysterious. There are two classes of materialists, namely the fruitive workers and the empiric philosophers. The fruitive workers have practically no information of the absolute truth, and the mental speculators, after being frustrated in fruitive activities, turn their faces toward the absolute truth and try to know him by mental speculation. And for all these men, the absolute truth is a mystery. The jugglery of the magician is a mystery to children. Being deceived by the jugglery of the Supreme Being, the non-devotees, who may be very dexterous in fruitive work and mental speculation, are always in ignorance. With such limited knowledge, they are unable to penetrate into the mysterious region of transcendence. The mental speculators are a little more progressive than the gross than the gross materialists or the fruitive workers, but because they are also within the grip of illusion, they take it for granted that anything which has a form, a name, and activities is but a product of material energy. For them, the Supreme Spirit is formless, nameless, and inactive. And because such mental speculators equalize the transcendental name and form of the Lord with mundane names and form, they are in fact in ignorance. With such a forefront of knowledge, there is no access to the real nature of the Supreme Being. As stated in Bhagavad Gita, the Lord is always in a transcendental position, even when he is within the material world. But ignorant men consider the Lord one of the great personalities of the world, and thus they misled by the illusory energy. Is it clear? Is it clear? Prabhupada has spoken very simply. Okay, so let's look at these two verses. So Prabhupada is saying that, well, the verse, text 36, is saying that the Supreme Lord, when he comes in this material world, he doesn't get contaminated by the activities of this material world. And whatever trouble we create, we suffer ourselves, and Krishna, he doesn't suffer our suffering, right? Like right now, wars are going on, right? So many things are happening. All the drama that's going on in this material world. So it's going on, and we suffer ourselves. And Krishna is not at all affected by all this. But the Supreme Lord comes. Why? He comes to reclaim all of us. And even as he's reclaiming us, he's maintaining us. So he has created this world, and we the jiva, we are stuck in these bodies, and Krishna is maintaining those bodies also. And then finally, when nothing happens, we still don't get reclaimed, then what does Krishna do? Krishna, he will just annihilate the body. There are so many cameras off today. I'm saying more, is there some problem? Is it from my side or like most cameras? What is it?
No, Mataji, there is
From
no.
your side. We can see you from your side. You have net problem, Mataji, today.
There's a problem with my internet. I'm seeing only 1, 2, 3, 4 camera on. The others, all the cameras are on right now. All, oh my God.
Hare Krishna, Mataji, I cannot put my camera on. It's very late for me, Mataji.
Okay, okay.
Where you stood.
Okay. Okay. So
There are only four cameras are off. Rest everybody is on.
okay. All right. So, I mean, just see what Krishna's work is, right? So here we are in this material world. He has nothing to do with this material world, but he comes in here to reclaim us. And even while he's doing this work of reclaiming us, he's maintaining us. And then when nothing happens, we don't want to go back. Then what he does, he finally annihilates us of the bodies. He just annihilates the bodies, wind up the whole thing. So such a wonderful example is given that he's connected with this material creation very superficially, as one smells an odor. That we're getting an odor, right? That we are not part of the odor, right? So we are getting the odor. So the second section is saying that the fruity work of the karmis, the gross materialist, they cannot know Krishna. They cannot know Krishna at all. They can't figure him out at all. And then those who want to understand him, because if you are a karmi, then naturally after some time you get frustrated. How much can you go on working hard, and you get little bit of pleasure but so much pain. So then these people, they become jnanis. So they want to understand that unfortunately they don't approach the proper method. So what do? They speculate. So they speculate. So With speculation, what can you understand? So we are not understanding much. On the contrary, we become misled. So let's read the next one. So the Supreme Lord who's playing like an actor in a drama. Savedadhatu padavim parasya yuranta viryasya rathangapanehe yo mayaya santartayanu bhajeta tatpada saroja gandham. Only those who render unreserved. Now comes a whole list coming, so we should listen very carefully. Only those who render unreserved, uninterrupted, favorable service unto the lotus feet of Lord Krishna, who carries the wheel of the chariot in his hand, can know the creator of the universe in his full glory, power, and transcendence. Chakradhari should be somewhere looking for that. Dhatu padavim parasya duranta viryasya. Okay, Ratha Angapane. Ratha Angapane. When did he do this?
Then Bhishma Pitama जब वो अर्जुन को मारने के लिए जाते हैं और फिर उनकी प्रतिज्ञा तोड़वाने के लिए कृष्ण की
Yeah, Krishna pick up the wheel of a chariot.
wheel of chariot और Bhishma Pitama के साथ
Angapane. So who carries the wheel of a chariot? Let's read. Only the pure devotees can know the transcendental name, form, and activities of Lord Krishna, due to their being completely freed from the reactions of fruitive work and mental speculation. Why? Because if we are still involved in our karmi work, all right? So here Prabhupada is saying, those who are completely free from the reactions of fruitive work, meaning that it keeps on bugging you, your mind is diverted. You're trying to do something for Krishna, but your mind is diverted somewhere else. So that's the reactions of fruitive work, like due to your attachment, you start remembering, your work, your family members, your quarrel with this one, that thing happened, all your debts, all your, what you do here, how you like to look beautiful. It's not looking no more beautiful. My clothes, this, all this fruitive, everything that attached to, so you're trying to serve Krishna, but they're coming, even when you're doing the puja, right, you're remembering your family members, right? So, only the pure devotees can know the transcendental name, form, and activities of Lord Krishna, due to their being completely freed from the reactions of fruitive work and mental speculation. Mental speculation, as you're looking at Krishna, you're thinking, why is he blue? Why is he Tribhanga? What does it mean? Why he has 5 horses? Right? You know what I mean? You're looking at Krishna, right? And you're trying to figure him out. All the why, right? And you're not going to Shastra to understand all this. You're just speculating. So, even when we are chanting, all our speculation comes and disturb the mind. Even when we are reading Bhagavatam, our speculation comes and, you can find this, especially, in India, like when you're giving Bhagavatam class, and so now question will start. If people who are not fully devoted, you can immediately hear, they're great, they like to read, And you can hear their mind, how it is working and asking all those millions of questions. And it's all mental speculation. The pure devotees have nothing to derive as personal profit from the unalloyed service to the Lord. So it's not that I'm, doing seva for Krishna because I think that he will protect my health, he will protect my son, he will protect my wife or my husband or my father, mother, or my house or my car, right? I say, if I serve, then all this is going to happen. No. The pure devotee, they are doing it because they want to please Krishna, that's all. They render incessant service to the Lord spontaneously, without any reservation. They know, okay, I'm good in computer, in doing website and designing, but I won't let anybody know in case they ask me to do this work. Right? I won't let anybody know about my skills in case they ask me, to do this as a service. So, no. Meaning they render incessant service to the Lord spontaneously without any reservation. Everyone within the creation of the Lord is rendering service to the Lord indirectly or directly. For example, in family life, actually that family belongs to Krishna. And Krishna has put the babies, in your house so that you take care of this jiva, right? The baby, the jiva belongs to Krishna, but this jiva has developed a small body, and Krishna is making you take care of the body of this baby, this child, this jiva, because actually Krishna wants to make him go back home, back to Godhead, but he has put the baby in your custody. So indirectly, you're serving Krishna. Right? You're thinking, oh, this is my baby, my grandchild, or whatever. But actually, you're serving Krishna because Krishna's eyes is on that baby, right? Remember, all those were mothers, right? They should know Krishna's eyes is on your child. What his agenda? He was to get that jeev out from this material world. And he's put you in charge. So indirectly. And directly, when we do the deity service, we cook for Krishna, we clean his temple, we speak about Krishna, we do kirtan about Krishna, and so on, preaching about Krishna. No one is an exception to this law of the Lord. Nobody. Those who are rendering service indirectly, being forced by the illusory energy of the Lord, or rendering service unto him unfavorably. But those who are rendering service unto him directly under the direction of his beloved agent, or rendering service unto him favorably. So if you are taking care of a sangha, let's say you're taking care of a sangha. So what you are doing here, you are doing direct service to Krishna favorably. Let's say somebody insults you, right? And you are feeling humiliated. So somebody has humiliated you and you are feeling humiliated. Actually, Krishna wants us to be humiliated so that we become humble, right? And if the person, the instrument to make me become humble is that person who insults me and humiliates me. All right? So he's rendering service to Krishna indirectly and unfavorably. Understand? Amazing. So those who are favorable servitors are devotees of the Lord, and by the grace of the Lord, they can enter into the mysterious region of transcendence by the mercy of the Lord. But the mental speculators remain in darkness all the time, he really wants to know and he doesn't want anybody to tell him. He say, my brain is very good. I can figure it out myself. Right? Like even this Bhagavatam, sometimes we say, oh, why read the purport? Why waste our time, read the purport? Let me just read the translation. Why not read the Sanskrit? Right? So, but mental speculators remain in darkness all the time. As stated in Bhagavad Gita, the Lord himself guides the pure devotees towards the path of realization due to their constant engagement in the loving service of the Lord in spontaneous affection. That is the secret of entering into the kingdom of God. Fruitive activities and speculation are no qualifications for entering. We read it again. So pure devotion, the Lord himself guides the pure devotees towards the path of realization due to their constant engagement in the loving service. So, if you are just engaged exclusively in Krishna's service, right? Now, we may be working according to our own nature, like what we like to do. But gradually, we will start asking Krishna, what do you want me to do? Because usually what you like to do does not always work, right? It just disappears at some point. Something happens and you can no longer do that work. Then you have to sit and ask Krishna, what do you want me to do? What's my next project, right? Like people lose their job and they don't know what to do with their time, right? Right? So what do? Engage in service and ask Krishna, please tell me what's the next project? What am I supposed to do? So here Prabhupada is saying, the Lord himself guides the pure devotee towards the path of realization due to the constant engagement and loving service of the Lord and spontaneous affection, So if you lose your job, maybe because the company closes down, business went bankrupt, okay? Or maybe because, with all this AI story now, you become redundant, right? Not required. Your service is not required, right? Or maybe like right now, there are wars, so people are just leaving the country and running away. But with service to Krishna, there is at no point do you become redundant. At no point do you become incompetent. Right? When you're serving Krishna, you can never be jobless when you are serving Krishna. Krishna will always give you some seva. Something or the other he will give. So this is what Prabhupada is writing here. As stated in Bhagavad Gita, the Lord himself guides the pure devotees towards the path of realization due to their constant engagement in the loving service of the Lord in spontaneous affection. That is the secret of entering into the kingdom of God. I just saw one small video. So it shows, somebody's typing on a typewriter. Prabhupada is speaking. He said that here you're typing on a typewriter. And when you go in the spiritual world, the typewriter will continue to do the same work, or is it going to change its nature? Whether a typewriter is in the material world or the typewriter in the spiritual world, it's a typewriter, right? So you use a typewriter for typing. In the material world, you use it, and if you go in the spiritual world, that's the function of the typing machine, it will continue to type. Similarly, the devotees, here we are engaged in devotional service, and when we go to the spiritual world, we will again engage in devotional service. We are not going to do anything else. So therefore, if in this material world, we are, sometimes putting our foot forward, or our hand forward, let me do some seva, right? And then we back. Right? Oh, I've got other things to do. Then again, you come forward, you put forward your hand, forward your foot, then again you back. Right? So here, Krishna is saying, constant without reservation. Constant without reservation. Then naturally, when at the time of death, you are absolutely and completely ready to enter the spiritual world, the kingdom of God, and to do your work as Krishna desires. Is it clear? It's clear?
Mataji, no, I mean, there's a confusion. In the sense, for me, like you said, that serving your family member, like, taking care of your child also is Krishna's service indirectly. And now and here it is also said that whatever service you do, we keep like going forth, doing it, not doing it. So, but when as like indirect service, we are constantly doing as a duty, and the direct service. So, what is it required? Is a direct service is required, or do we have to graduate from indirect service to direct service, then
Yes.
being constant there? And but in there also, sometimes what happens, we like other person's service more. We feel that, oh, that person is doing more closer service to the Lord. My service, whether I will be able to go that close to Lord, or should I go and take that service? So that also, like, dilemma is there in a mind. So can you
Two
explain?
questions there. Two questions there, right? One is that my material service, material service as opposed to spiritual service. So therefore, we do that. Like the family grihastha ashram is only 25 years of our life. Right? Krishna gave a quota. Right? Maximum 25 years we are brahmachari ashram. Maximum time 25 years we're in grihastha ashram. Okay. And then it's vanaprastha. When we have to give up, all material duties. Voluntarily, we must give up material duties. And that's what we call vanaprastha. And if we don't, then comes all this duality, this whole speculation. Right? So yes, we have to complete our family duties. That's why the boys and girls were already married by the time they're 25 years old. The boy is married 25 years old. So he's got a wife to take care of him, to cook for him, to whatever he has to do. Right? I'm hearing some sound from who? Is it from myself? Okay. Yeah. So we must complete our material duty in Varnashram Dharma timely. So it's going to come in this first canto itself, chapter 15, is it? Yes. So, chapter 15. The Pandavas retire timely. Right? So we must retire timely. Right? So, as I'm saying, by the age of 25, the boys are married, and of course the girls are married. It's their life now. It's their material life. And my spiritual life starts. Right? My spiritual life starts. And I give my best. I prepare myself. For my death. 25 years. Again,
Mataji, it's a bit later in this Kalyug now.
Sorry?
I said it's a bit later now. In our days, it was 25. Now 30, 32, they're still not married.
Yeah, so let me read again what Prabhupada had written in that purport. to text 36. Let me read it. Is it that? Yeah. Those who create disturbance in his creation are themselves disturbed. Right? So we have destroyed the system. Right? The time clock. The time clock. So if 30, 35, now you're getting married, it's happening everywhere. I mean, it's ridiculous. So then what happened? So the time, does it mean that time is going to sit and wait for us? Just because I got married and have my child when I was 36 years old? You think the clock will sit and wait for me? No. So better we follow, right? So the reason why I believe people don't want to get married early because it's a responsibility. It's like giving the peak of my youth in responsibility, taking care of the children. Maybe I have 2, 3 children, so it's like I give the peak of my youth. So now I find that everybody says no, I should earn. When everything is settled, then I will enter the grihastha. They don't even call it grihastha ashram. I get married. Hopefully they get married. Right? So here Prabhupada is saying those who create disturbance in his creation are themselves disturbed.
Mataji,
So, Mhm.
Mata, what do we do when my children got married when they were 26, 28? However, I'm now being given the responsibility of helping look after the grandchildren.
Yeah, how to escape all this?
Mayaki is pulling me back in.
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Especially like even in Bombay also same thing, like there's no nanny anymore, no grandmother to take care of the children, right? No extended family, right? So who will they catch? If by good luck you are a grandmother, then they catch you, right? So what will be the future? What will be the future? Mind will be absorbed in family life. We should be aware of that danger. So therefore, just say we go back to this purport. No need to go forward. No need to go forward. Text 36. He creates these manifested universes in order to reclaim the living beings who are within them, suffering threefold miseries, maintains them, and in due course annihilates them. This is what he does. And in due course annihilates them without being the least affected by such actions. So that cycle will go on. Will go on. It's cycle of time, right? It just go on and on and on, right? So how are we going to come out from it? That wheel, say Krishna, Ratanga, Panehe, who carries the wheel. That wheel is also the wheel of time. It's the wheel of time. It's moving. When am I going to get off that wheel of time? So this is for each and every one of us to consider. For me, I'm reading Prabhupada's instruction, Bhagavatam instruction. I'm reading Prabhupada's books, So now decision is yours, right? Because everybody just put aside all the instructions given in the Vedic literature. Say, I will make my own life according to my whims. This is what we call mental speculation, right? And then one person does it, then the next person does it, then it becomes the norm, right? child is 30 years old, you have no more responsibility towards that child. Zero. In the beginning, like we say, in the teens, the girls are married in the teens and the boys are married in their 20s. So they're still like children. So instruction of Shastra is that the parents should guide them, should even finance them. But when they come 30, when the boy becomes 30, he's no longer a boy. He's no longer a boy. That's why if you get married when you're 30, you're not 32, 33, you're men and women. You're not, it's not meant for marriage. So we create heavy disturbance first. So why this is happening? Because there is no goal of life, right? We made all these mistakes because we thought that our parents, those who are in Indian family, we think, okay, they were fools, you know. So they were doing all this, but we know we have learned from the mistakes of our parents what not to do. Therefore, we are going to create our own system, right? And when your daughter is 25 years old and you're 65 and you are going to die, you're going to leave behind a daughter who's 25 years old, all alone because of one child family, right? I'm not joking, I'm dealing with all this. So therefore, the Vedic system is get married early, have your children early, get frustrated in the right time and give up material life and enter into spiritual.
So Mataji, so when you turn 50, then you should
Mhm.
spiritual life. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, it's the clock. All right, it's the universal clock. It's your body clock, right? When you turn 50, meaning that now you're still sufficiently strong that you can engage without reservation in devotional service. If you think I'll sit and wait when I'm 75, everything is broken. Right? Everything is broken. You're only, looking how to survive your body. Whereas when you're 50, because you have to invest time in sadhana. Sadhana is not a joke. You have to sit down and chant 16 rounds. This is the minimum, right? You have to do whatever instruction Krishna is giving you. Prabhupada has created a movement. And he says, we have to see ways and means by which we can engage the devotees in devotional service. So that's why this distribution of books, which is the distribution of knowledge, building temples, collecting funds in order to maintain temples, to do prasadam distribution, to put up festivals, right? Somehow or other create projects to engage the devotees. So the next question, Ashwini, coming back to your question, the next, the other person's service is better than mine. The other person is closer to Krishna. That's not at all true, right? If you're taking your service from Krishna, this is what Krishna wants you to do, right? Krishna told Arjun, you fight, so he has to fight. Say, no, Krishna, I will do something else. I'll do the work of a Brahmana. I will just go in the forest and become a mendicant, and I will teach Bhagavad Gita, right? Krishna said, Arjun, I want you to fight a Kshatriya. I need your service in this way. It's totally false that one service is better than the other. That one person is closer to Krishna due to the service that he or she is doing. Completely false.
Mataji, can I ask another question linked to Ashwini Mataji's question?
Yes.
So Mataji, this morning, I normally on a Sunday go to clean the temple, but this morning I wanted to make something for Radha Madhav. So in the past, when I made, they offered it. So it is made in I would make it in my house only and take it. And in the past, when I made it, they appreciated and they offered it. But when I asked I still messaged the person who was doing Rajbhog and asked that, can I make that for the devotees for tomorrow and bring? So they said no. So they said, no, you're only Brahman initiated can cook. So that made me feel very, very bad. Very bad. I felt very bad, Mataji. Extremely bad. I felt, okay, you don't want me, Krishna. Last time you took it from me, now today you don't want.
So ask them why. Why last time they took?
I didn't want to argue, Mataji, so I left it.
No,
I-
I'm just asking, why someone who doesn't have mantra diksha cooked to offer to the temple deities, why they allowed it?
So they were wrong the first time only, you're saying.
Yes, yeah. Yes. So now they're rectifying.
Okay. Okay, Mataji.
But everybody knows. Cook at home. Offer to your deities, invite the devotees. Nobody will refuse, right? Isn't it? No issue at all about this. So when we are making a difference, right? When making a difference. So there is some duality in the mind. So what do we want? We want to serve the devotees. All right? This is my motivation. We want to serve the devotees. So I'm not able to serve in this way. Therefore, there is another way. How much can I cook for the deities that will be distributed to the devotees? Whereas in my home, I can cook a large quantity and I can invite so many devotees. Right? Mahaprasad, you can just get a handful, right? A spoonful in one hand, something like that. So we need to understand what is deity worship, all right, and what is just devotional service. So of course, why do we say that if we want to feed the devotees, we should be chanting 16 rounds and offer to Krishna? Why? Because the holy name is removing that materialism from my heart. It is removing that mental speculation from my heart. Right? Because these are the anartha. It is bhukti, mukti, siddhi, kami. This conditioned soul, this jiva has three desires. This jiva wants to enjoy this material world. They want to become free from this material world, but not serve Krishna. This is mukti. And they want siddhi. They want all types of mystic powers in order to become greater than others. Right? The chanting of the holy name remove all these bhukti siddhi, bhukti mukti siddhi kam. The holy name remove this from the heart. So that's why we chant. And so if we are chanting purely, meaning without offenses, there are 10 offenses. So if I chant purely, meaning I don't one time offer my food to Krishna, another time I say, okay, let me offer to Shiva. And I will call the devotees and I will feed them, right? So my chanting has to be proper. So then these material desires, they are removed. Then I'm free. I can cook nicely and invite so many devotees. Deity worship in the temple has some purpose. All right. When we install the deities now, even in your own house, if you are to install your deity, doing meaning sthapana, right? The murti sthapana. If you are to do this, then you will have to go up very high in your standards. Very, very high. Small scale. And temple, it's more for the public, right? Temple is for the public, meaning that the deities, the seva has to be very powerful in order to attract and keep the public focus on the deities. Otherwise, the hearts of the public will not change. They're coming with so many material desires. So when they will see, if I am doing my service to the Lord with material desires, that same material desire will come in the heart of the public. Whereas when I follow the proper standard, which is extremely difficult, it requires many, many devotees to put together, at least in ISKCON temple. That's why ISKCON temple is so powerful, because Prabhupada has set the system, right? Vrindavan temples, specifically Radha Raman temple, Jaipur temple, Prabhupada, these are the Goswami's temple. So he has set the standard so high, and we all struggle. Whoever's running a deity department knows how difficult it is to maintain a deity department. Why? You have to be a very high standard, because you have to make the public attracted to these deities. Meaning you have to make the deity alive, more and more alive. So it's huge responsibility. And in all ISKCON temple, if the pujari breaks the regulative principle, immediately they're not allowed to do the same. If you are not regular, you're not allowed to do the seva. If you're not clean, you're not allowed to do seva. If you're not proper in your speech, in your behavior, you're not allowed to do seva. Right? Because temple duty is a huge responsibility. So that's what it is. Completed our So let's be assured that one devotee's service is not better than anybody else's service. So Krishna is very happy when we distribute books. Krishna is very happy when we do the austerity, austerity of cleanliness, physical and internal both, in order to do temple deity worship, right? But preaching is higher than even temple worship, right? Don't forget this, preaching is higher, meaning in your own home, in whatever simple worship you are doing, let's maintain that. And preach. Preaching means satsanga. Let's not see, not only giving out the books is not sufficient. We must teach people the books. We must not only teach, like right now we are more like studying, but the real life is that when home, you're going to put into practice whatever you're reading, right? And that is done in Sangha with others, right? Like in your heart, you wanted to serve the devotees. You were not satisfied only yourself with your books, right? Or just cooking and eating yourself, right? You wanted to share, right? Sangha, all right? So we should know what is what. Exactly what is what. Believe me, those pujaris who survive, they are great souls. Super great souls. Because you can't survive in the DT department. It's so tough. So tough. The demand is so much. That's for any service that, you stick to it and you do, year after year. Sometimes it may happen, like Krishna wants you to change your service. Just like with me, I was doing temple worship from 85, 10, 11 years, right? 10, 11 years I was doing temple deity worship, meaning not just cooking, but the dressing, the arti, everything. But then I came to India, and here, the women, they don't go on the altar. And I can cook, but I don't have physical capacity to cook in such a huge temple. I don't have the physical capacity. So I had to change my service. Right? I was doing other things, like to preach, I like distributing books. I distributed books every single day. Every single day for more than 11 years. Every single day out in the street with book bag, door to door, in shopping malls, office to office. And after I came here in Bombay, I couldn't do it anymore. But then other devotees wanted to do, so what do? I encourage them. I organize for them. Right? So I'm still doing devotional service. You understand, Ashwini? Right? And then because I can't do the deity worship in the temple, then I got my own altar. I got my own deities. And I was completely petrified. I'm having deities. Radha Krishna came. Somehow or other, I was petrified. How will I do that seva? Mercy, my Guru Maharaj. He told me exactly how I'm going to take care of my duties. So he brought the standard that I can manage. So all this is science. So I'm managing my deity. I still have some sadhana, and I am teaching and I'm organizing programs, different types of things is going on. And another service that I was doing was publication. For at least 20 years, I was doing all the temple magazines, publications. So then that changed one day. Now they say everything is digital, right? Nobody reads magazine. Everything is digital. All right. So that was also one major thing for me to do. Writing, editing, proofreading, actually being with the press and getting it printed. These are my services. 20 solid years I did that. So what has stayed throughout is studies, teaching. Preaching, before it was just preaching and teaching. Good luck for me, that was not taken away. Even if I have 3 students, I still sit and I read the books because I was determined that I will not give up this service even if I have 1 student. How many times it happened that I have only 1 student in my classroom? I will not say, oh, only 1, let me close it. I will do it. Everything else was dependent on somebody else, in management. But having 1 student in my classroom, right? Anushri, 1 student in my classroom, right? It continued, right? So therefore, without fail for the last decades, so many decades, I'm doing 1 thing steadily, it's teaching, reading and teaching. Yeah, who's speaking? Anupama, I think who was saying
Yes,
something.
Mataji, I had a question if I can ask on this.
Yeah, it's very late for everybody. I'm fine.
Yes. Mataji, so I also see my services changing, by things which I can't do and things which are not available to me. How should I see it? You talked about your entire life on this, how things change.
Yeah, I
and
just gave you the example, right?
yes.
Just gave you the example. How in my life, things change, book distribution, deity worship, publishing.
So I should take it as that Krishna is changing it for me. So how should I?
Yes. So meaning that things may change, but you don't give up service. That's what the purport is saying. You never give up service, even if things are changing, the type of service that you're doing is changing. Right? But you don't give up service. You
Got it.
follow this?
Yes,
follow
Mataji, and you've seen me in my kindergarten days, right?
Mhm.
Like the kind of services I did and now what I do, right? So everything's changed.
So it's like this. Devotional service is broad. There are varieties of devotional service, but devotional service is just a category. What is that category? It is exclusive service to Krishna. This is the meaning of devotional service. Right. Saraswati, I'm trying to figure out who's Saraswati. Saraswati, are you from the Bhakti Sadachar course? Saraswati, that you are there? But no, that's her. Oh, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Yeah, you're muted. You're muted.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Yes, that's such a pleasure to see you.
Same here. Thank you so much. Dandavat Pranam.
Hare Krishna. Yes, so Saraswati Mataji, she joined. She saw a poster somewhere, I don't know where. Then she joined the Bhakti Sadachar course. So through and through, we are doing it again now. So I'll just send you the posters. Tell your friends to join.
Sure. Thank you.
Did you pick up your certificate from us?
Not yet. I
Oh my
thought
God.
I have not yet finished some papers. Some papers I have
Oh.
not finished in Introduction to Krishna Consciousness.
Okay.
Bhakti
Okay.
Sadachara, I picked up the certificates. But the
Okay.
Introduction to Krishna Consciousness, I'm yet
Oh,
to
okay,
write
okay.
my 2 more papers.
Oh,
So I thought I will
okay.
write it then pick
All
it.
right, all right, all right, all right.
Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Okay, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Yeah, I'm going to post a poster, Bhakti Sadachar. Please forward, this is online. It's going to be Wednesdays and Thursdays, 8 to 9 p.m. And we are teaching the 2 modules in it. One module is Women in Shrimad Bhagavatam and Chaitanya Charitamrita, and the 16 samskar, the Vedic samskar, like birth, the 16 before birth, middle, etc. Then module 2, we are speaking about the qualities of a Vaishnava, the Vaishnava practices, and Vaishnava behavior. What is it? Yeah, practices, behavior, qualities, 26 qualities of a devotee. So 3 books, The others are notes from Bhagavatam. So I will just put it in your group so you can forward. If anybody wants to join. All right. Hare Krishna. Hare
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji, thank
Hare
you.
Krishna, Dhanva Pranam Mataji. Thank you. Vancha Kalpita.
Hare Krishna.
You're most
Hare Krishna.
Ananta Koti Vaishnava.
welcome.